intro sounds like I came here in an RV. All right. Thank you. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Let's catch up a little bit. How was Thanksgiving? The only thing more awkward than Thanksgiving is having a Thanksgiving that catches up on 3 years worth of Thanksgiving. And you realize nothing has changed. They're just 3 times as racist, opinionated, and politically incorrect. It's wonderful. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Throughout my childhood, how was everybody's Christmas? You guys get good gifts? Yes? Wow. So 4 people got something, 6 people are asleep, and the other people don't care. All right, cool. As a kid, every Christmas, I always got 2 things consistently. We always had a Christmas tree, and we always had the Christmas tree covered in lights. You're probably expecting gifts under the tree. No, we always had just a Christmas tree and lights. And then whenever we would bother my mom about the lack of gifts, she would say, the tree is a symbol that you live indoors, and the lights are that we have electricity. Merry Christmas. And, I think it really taught me to be practical, growing up in a single-parent family. All right, do you guys feel my woes? Or maybe there's some trauma involved. All right. I went ahead and got myself something this Christmas. I usually get myself the same thing every year. It's small, it's pocket-sized. That way I can enjoy it whenever I want. It's an ATM receipt of all the money I saved from not buying anyone anything. It's pretty nice. I suggest you get one for yourself next year. It works really, really well. I'm lying though. I did actually get one of my friends something. So one of my friends has this habit of talking to himself. When you're young, you're not allowed to do that. When you're older, they're just like, that's grandma. So one of my friends talks to himself, and it freaks out my other friends because they think he's crazy. So I got him a Bluetooth headset, and now everybody just thinks he's really popular, and he's just on a call. Is it work? Because you've been unemployed for 2 years. All right, keep the light going. That's good. Appreciate that. I don't know if you guys saw, but in the new politically correct society, the new woke culture, they had all these new gifts that came out. For instance, one of them was Divorce Barbie. Do you guys see this? Divorce Barbie. She comes with all of her accessories and all of Ken's accessories. She doesn't even need them, but she's entitled to it, and she won it fair and square. So there's that. They also made the San Francisco Ken. That was really easy. He just comes with Barbie's accessories, pink backpack, roller skates, works out well. You guys are allowed to laugh. These are really funny. I appreciate it. There's also this new alarm clock that they put out last year. It wakes you up by, not with beeping or anything like that, it wakes you up by shouting horrible things white people did in the past. Their slogan is, anyone can be awake, but now it's time to be woke. And I think it's going to work out well. It's $45 monthly, and the funds are going somewhere, I'm not sure where. But Christmas can always be difficult, especially for parents, right? Because, I don't know, just shout out some numbers here, but I would love to know how old each of you were when your parents were like, hey, there's no Santa. So just numbers here, 8, 9, 12, 35.
18.
8? You're lying.
They still don't acknowledge.
How old over here? 9?
4.
Okay, was anyone 4? Did anybody get to live up to 14 before they were told? No? No rich kids here? Okay, cool. It can always be really difficult, right? Because once you do that, once you sit them down and you're like, hey, there's 2 things. Your father and I have been pretending to love each other, and we've also been pretending to be Santa. Because then the kids are like, whoa, I can't believe anything. Is that really my uncle? Are they supposed to be that affectionate? What's going on? It gets really weird. So, look, I have a little side hustle because here's the problem, right? Once you tell your kids, they go and they just ruin everything for everybody else, right? Especially if in the midst of a divorce, because then neither of you have to, do anything. Trauma. Here we go. So what can I do? What service can I offer you? Well, for $350, I will dress up as Santa. I will go to your house around 10:30. The kids should be asleep if you're a responsible parent. Anyway, I'll go to your house, I'll make a little bit of noise, I'll eat one of the cookies, not both, I'm trying to lose weight. Anyway, and then once I see that your kids have woken up, what I do is I choke on the cookie and I pretend to die right there in the convenience of your home. And then you never have to buy Christmas presents ever again. There's a shovel, just a whole family thing, get everybody involved. Don't worry, I'll dig myself out, it's fine. Now the great thing is, one, you never have to buy Christmas gifts ever again because too much trauma. And the second thing is your kids will never go back to school and say there's no Santa, because that doesn't just make them a shitty person, that makes them an accomplice. And so they're not going to tell any kids. Just, hit me up afterwards. You guys got any info. New Year's Eve, everybody have a good New Year's Eve? Yes? Okay, cool. As a resident of New Orleans, every New Year's, I love to play a fun little game. It's a guessing game. Try it at home. It's called Firework or Firearm. Firework or Firearm. It's great. You hear boom, bang, bang, boom. You see fire trucks, police officers, and ambulance, and you tell yourself it's the sparkles in the sky and not just Thursday. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's great. But the funny thing is, New Year's comes with New Year's resolutions, and the top two New Year's resolutions are lose weight and get out of debt. Thanksgiving, we eat, right? November is all about eating. December is all about spending. So, when I'm not dressing up and dying as Santa, I have another service. To help you conquer your New Year's resolutions, what I will do, I come to your house towards the middle of October, because I want to save you money on a Halloween costume too. Towards the end of October, I come to your house, I go ahead, take you, I lock you in a basement, and I don't let you out until mid-January. For an extra $200, you can get the R. Kelly special. Anyway, you gotta stay warm, you know what I mean? What's warmer than, anyway. And so that's a great way of making at least $550 a year. That's just for me. Because right afterwards, your new resolution, comes tax time, right? And when I did my taxes last year, I came to a realization that I can't afford to have money. It's too expensive to have money, so I just don't do that much anymore at all, except for dying as Santa. Now, with February coming up, February might be the shortest month, but for white, straight men, it is the most stressful and the most expensive, right? Because on Valentine's Day, you've got to do something to make up for all the bullshit from the whole year, right? And for the entire month, you got to make up for all the bullshit your ancestors did for the last few hundred years. So it's just Black History Month. All right, we're good. That's not racist. That's actually just being politically correct. Oh, we're good. Now, a lot of unoriginal men are going to propose to their very unoriginal women on Valentine's Day. Don't get it. Commercials told me to. I do want to offer some advice, because I'm not just here to try and make money from my additional services. I'm here to save you money. Gentlemen, if you're thinking about, actually anyone, if you're thinking about proposing, look, a month before you pop the question, when you're nonchalant, sit on the couch and watch movie nights, just watch the movie Blood Diamond. Just go ahead and watch that. And then a month later, when you buy her $350 cubic zirconia, she's like, oh my God, you are so culturally considerate. That's so great. Wow, that's amazing. You will pay this off before we break up. That's weird. Okay. Second, if you're going to propose on a holiday, Valentine's, been there, done that, overplayed. If you're going to propose on a holiday, propose on April 1st, you know? Just in case. You're like, no? Oh, I was just kidding. I was just tying my shoe. Of course it's too soon. I've just been supporting you for 2.5 years. Why would I do that? Why would I continue trying to win approval of your aunt? She hates me! Apparently so do you. The great thing about me is I never have to worry about that expense because it turns out I'm horrible in relationships. I'm horrible at communication. And I found this out actually very early on. I was dating a girl and I thought in every relationship you have that awkward conversation about previous lovers. And I thought it'd be great if I initiated, let me be vulnerable. So I was like, baby, sit down, let's just go ahead, let's get this out of the way. Let's both talk about how many men we slept with in the past. And I'll go first. 0, never experimented. Okay, and you? What's your, all right, things got tense there, that's fine. I know I'm a bad communicator because I got into an argument with my ex, spoiler alert, and she accused me of gaslighting her. And I promptly responded by letting her know that that is not even a real term, and it'd be great if she stopped making stuff up. It's true. It's not benefiting anybody. I Googled it. And then finally, I know that I'm a bad communicator. It got really, really intense. Here's what happened. I'm laying in bed with my lady, and she whispers to me. Why is she whispering? Is there someone else in the room? What's going on here? Don't get me in trouble. She whispers, she says, I want you to make me feel violated. And I was just like, okay, why? I did what I thought any man would do, okay? I tied her hands to the headboard. I tied her feet to the footboard. I put a gag in her mouth, and then I looked through her cell phone, and I felt successful. She was like, we should have spoke about this. I didn't know what 50 Shades of Grey was. I thought it was porn for the elderly. Just makes sense because the people care. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.